Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Riverbend Springs Scratch Start episode 23. It's November now. We've got 137 grand in the bank, which is good. That's good ways towards our tractor goal. We got one pallet and most of a pallet of eggs. We've got some wood to sell. And it is not yet time to sell a flower, but I suspect we should go push it out of the way anyway. So the plan today is we are going to take any cotton contracts we can get because those are valuable. And I'm in a little bit of trouble here. I need to find a better solution. I probably need to get a trailer. Oh, jeez. Probably need to get a trailer for this this stuff here because it's really small output. Or I need to just save and get the bigger flour mill, or I need to just own up and say I can't manage all these and just set them to selling, which we might do after I load all of that. This thing does not want to turn well with everything all the way down. I think we finally got all of them. Right. So let's have a look at those cotton contracts. And let's also have a look at when... So first thing let's do is just see... Okay, eggs, small farmers kiosk, right next door this month. Canola oil next month. Alright, so we will go around and grab those eggs and sell them, and then we'll look at the cotton contract. Or see if there are any, and I really hope there are, because that was worth the effort. If I can actually get in here to get eggs. Oof. That is not a good look. Right, well, I'm gonna have to drag them out. And put them on the forks, I guess. Right. That was a little bit speedy, but for me anyway. But I'm gonna have to get a forklift for that if I want to get more eggs out of there. So yeah, we're looking to, we need 280, 300,000 for that works for me, for a new bigger tractor. We gotta get the wood loaded up and sold, although that can always wait and maybe should wait for cotton. In fact, let's go have a look at our contracts real quick and see if we've got any more cotton. Red beans, red beet, spinach, red beet, nope. And cotton. There we go. That's what we're talking about. All right, borrowing. And 23, that one that we didn't do last time. It wasn't up as a contract, but luckily it is now. This is the big money. I'm going to get this going, and then I'm going to go sell that wood. But first I'm going to get it going. Alright, we're going to get this guy going on this, and go deal with the wood. And then we'll come back and get, I'm looking at this, I'm thinking one bale. Which won't be the big ass payday that we had last episode, but it'll be fine. The real question is there something we can get somebody else doing? Yeah, like this. We're going to borrow the items, but we're going to use our plow. That is a good one. And maybe one more. Nope. All right. Gonna go get our plow, and I do remember where it is. I had forgotten and was lost and couldn't remember where it was, and was gonna have to go find it next time I used it. But I drove past it on my way back from a contract, because I took the ferry and drove up through my fields down there and found where I had left it way out in the middle of nowhere. I might have even said, and if I didn't say it, I was thinking it, that I'm going to forget where this is. But that's how it is. Somewhere around here. There it is. Go down there and get it. I wonder if that's mine or his, that building. Well, whoever's building it is. So, luckily those guys aren't ready yet. Alright, we got the plow. I'm just going to send him off. No, I'm going to get him up on the road first. I think that's probably a really good idea. And I'm just going to send him off to 65 to do the work. And yeah, it's back in winter. Winter's kind of boring. In general, not much to do, at least. Oh, no, we don't want to. We want to create a fieldwork job, and we want you to. Let's see. What's our best entrance here? I think probably here. Now let's see if he actually. Oh, he's going. He knows how to do it. Cool. That's good. Now I'm going to go load up these pallets and take them up for sale. And flowers, what, in like January? This one. Flower restaurant January, right. So I'm not gonna do it. You know, they're worth 1,418. Now I want to look at the flower thing. Oh wow, yeah, they're worth, that's actually quite a big jump. Alright, so we're not going to auto sell those for now. I think we probably want to get the bakery soon-ish and start making money selling bread. That's probably the real answer. Ooh, exit. We not down. Wow. I think it's got to do with this slope. What's really going on here? But it looks like there aren't any more. Alright, I'll see you at this. Right, here we are. I don't feel like there's been any advantage either direction of dropping them off first or turning around first. But that is 10 grand right there. And that's, yep, turn around. So now we can go get on with what we're doing. We can afford the bakery right now. And we could turn that flour into bread, I think. I don't think I need anything but flour. I should look into that. While we're here, and I'm thinking of it, we're gonna do another little maintenance-y thing and get this free. Down into that's not it. Get it eventually. Up where? Alright, let's cut these limbs off. So we can actually see the thing. I do not like this. I don't understand how it's supposed to work, honestly. I shouldn't have to shove it up against the fence. Look, it doesn't... It doesn't grab. This thing is basically useless on anything but really bigger trees. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry I had to put you through this. I don't like this grab, as you can probably tell. It's just ridiculous. Just straight up ridiculous. Alright, I think I can probably get it over now. The struggles, right? It looks like we've got another piece dropped, which is cool. I should have just used the winch. The winch is so much easier. Oh, we have more now. Okay, maybe I should have checked and waited around. But that's okay. I want to go see how this is doing. Yep. And see how this is doing. Wow, he's really far along. Nice. And see if maybe there's a third contract we can get now. 5,000 to plow that one right next door. I think we will accept that one and do it right after. So that'll be 20,000 plus cotton profits. Well, let's go back and get the forks and go sell this. I think I want to sell this grab. Just doesn't really work for me. Maybe I'm just not good. Maybe I just need to get good, but I just don't like that grab. And maybe I could get that that converter that I installed and use that. Who knows? I don't need the trailer for this. I'm pretty sure I can carry that all the way, and if I can't, I can pick it back up, because I am okay with pallet forks. Even with this weird slope. Yep. Alright, I'm gonna go sell these. Alright, we're back again, and you may remember these have to be dropped. They can't, because they're expected to sit on a trailer, and the actual trigger is above the ground by some small amount. But anyway, we're at 155. Now, when's bread still best for? Or what month is best for bread, to speak in a coherent manner? Right. Go look at bread. December, so we wouldn't get much. But we could spend the 150 we've been saving. Did that have another peak? No. Okay, we could get the 150 we've been saving, and because I think that bakery is only 150. I'll go check. Wow, okay, this bakery is only 50,000. So yes, we will buy the bakery. Which means I have a bunch of loading work to do. I've got to get over there and 81. I thought I was like 54 or something. I must have been looking at the wrong contract. Yeah, I was. Okay, well that's fine. I'm gonna go back in this way. I'm gonna go get that field, that plow over to that other field, and then I'm gonna load up all the flour and put it in the bakery. And it's gonna make us more money than the flour would, and we will no longer have to worry about unloading that grain mill. Which, even though it's small, seems to run through the flour fast enough anyway. So, right. So, first thing is to set flour to distributing. Assuming I can locate... Okay, no settings. So, we'll... Let's see, the settings inside. Yeah, the settings is inside. Alright, so we're gonna set, what are we? We don't even have an oat flour, yes. And we've still got oats. Oh, all the flour gets distributed, but that's fine. It's all flour. But we're saving the barley for chickens. Month 2, I never even looked. Month 2 on the chickens, we can't see it there. But month 2... Oh, come on, thank you. Alright, we've used 3,000 in about 2 months. So that's not terrible. But now we gotta get all of this flour loaded up on the trailer and get it over to the bakery. ASAP. There is no way that you could... I just have to test this. Because you can pick up... I just have to test it. You can pick up wood chips in a trailer. Can we just fill this trailer with flour and dump it? Wouldn't that be awesome? No. I thought I'd check, you know. Alright, well, we're just going to get all of this loaded up. I'm going to leave that right there. I think that's probably a fine spot for it. I am not going to do some super amazing loading job either. I am going to just stack them on there however they'll go. Yeah. Yeah, if I can get them on there, I'm going to get them on there. But you don't need to watch me flail about. Alright, after lots of jiggling and pushing and craziness, which I'm glad you didn't have to see. We've got everything on here that we can get on here. Although it looks like... There we go. Now they're all strapped on. Right. So now we can get all of this flour over to the bakery and get the bread turned on. Ooh. Wow. This is dangerous. And if we're lucky, we will actually get to go under this bridge. I am so surprised that we were able to do this. I do not know how that worked. Oh, I got the sign in the end. All right, just a little bit more to go. And here we go to our new bakery. I thought it was going to be a lot more than 50,000, but I guess it is in kind of the older part of town. And all of that. Can you believe I got all that on there? That's just crazy. Alright, here we go. Right. So now on Frankenmuth there was a bakery. There was a collectible at the bakery, so I'm going to have to go check on that. Hey look, we own a bakery now. Bread. Activate. Storing for now. Although we may set that to selling eventually, who knows. Once we're at the point where a few $1,000 either way doesn't matter, that's when we start looking at we should make this thing make that thing work. Probably too much to ask, but there's one right here. But we're actually still not that far off the new tractor. I mean, it was a bit of a setback, but bread makes more money than flour, so that's the answer there. Okay. Fasten tension belt. Alright, we're going to get this back and we're going to go check in on, we got to bring that cotton trailer up to 23, so I'm going to go do that. But I also need to set the worker off on 81. Field work. I was kind of considering doing it myself, but we still got other stuff to do, so it's not a real super crazy need to do that. Oh, this guy's done. And maybe we don't need that trailer at all. Where's the drop off? Where's the drop off? It's right down the road, really. I think I can just drive this thing there. Drop it right into the farmer's market. Alright, I don't know whether it goes in this one or the other one, and it doesn't really, I guess it's pointing at that one. So I will go around to it even though that's the grain drop off. I know when you sell pallets, you sell them there. And when you sell grain, you sell it here. But maybe this is considered grain for some weird reason. But either way, even for this small amount, it should be a decent bonus. Well, I think it might actually be the other side. Alright, well, nothing like shoving a big old bale of cotton around. We'll get it done. $4,000 bonus is not a bad bonus. And I don't think we're going to have any more. In fact, let's just go have a look at this stuff. I think maybe 37 might actually be possible. Right, we'll collect that plowing contract. Oh God, no. Oh, I just did it. I just did it. Oh well. And now we don't have the right size. Man. Yep. All right. Well, we're not going to take that. We're just going to cancel it. Okay, this harvesting contract. I was just trying to make room for the potential of having 37. I'm just going to keep hitting refresh until 37 pops. All right, it's not going to pop. So that's basically over. And I've got to go pick up, except I'm not going to. I'm going to reset that thing. I am not going to go pick it up. Although I guess it wasn't actually as far as I thought. Okay. Yep. Well, I feel a little bit disappointed. But it is what it is. You know, and baling isn't, or not baling, but mowing is not actually too bad. We could go mow up this setup. I don't think we actually need the weight. But I think after this mowing contract, we're going to be done. Alright, we're just going to mow this guy up real quick. Mowing is always a nice, quick job. We gotta set ourselves up with some lines though. Right. Nice quick, and this is a fairly speedy tractor, although I guess the limitation is actually on the tool. But anyway, let's get this mowed. All right, this thing is all but done. And yep, there we go. And before I turn it in though, I am going to check these other ones and see, well, we could take 34 real quick since we've got, since it's right there. Only $500, but it's also only that big. We might as well just mow it up, call it good. Although, given that it's so small, it's going to be pretty touchy. I guess those guys aren't ready yet, if they are even grass. They have been mowed recently. But it's going to be pretty touchy about the leeway it gives us. So we're probably going to want to be pretty careful about missed bits. Yeah, I think we did okay today. We've got a bakery. That is the big win for today. Is we have a bakery. A few little errors there, or one major error meant I couldn't get to 5,000 without some serious effort of using an underpowered tractor, which I'd rather not do. I'm going to have to do it for our fields if I don't get the tractor soon. But in the meantime, I don't need to. Okay, contract finished. Yay. And I don't think we have any other mowing to do. Yeah, the other fields are all probably done. So we'll just turn these in. And grand total at the end, 129,000. We had 150 at one point, but we didn't have to, but we bought the bakery, and so next month we are looking at pretty much nothing to do but sell stuff. So we'll probably just sell maintenance if we need any to do any maintenance, but probably sell, and then get into March and maybe start doing stuff again. Maybe. It's all planting, but there could be some planting jobs. Our canola doesn't get harvested until July. Then we can switch back to barley in order to make sure we can feed our chickens. That makes it pretty easy to switch back and forth, so that's cool. We might even be able to throw some more barley in for flour as well, since we'll have a decent amount at that point, plus any contracts. But that's that. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will catch you next time.